What's up everyone? Today I'm going to show you how to location scout without ever even leaving your bed. Location scouting. This is just a fancy way of saying looking for places to film your videos at. Let's look at a couple basic tools you can use for free right now. So Google Maps is the most obvious place to go first. Now I'm going to show you a location that I've actually already scouted out and taken some footage at for a little short scene that we shot. This is in Superior, Arizona, which is actually an old mining town and it's basically abandoned now. It's super cool. I know that there's a bunch of really cool old buildings and shops along Main Street. So just looking at it from above can give you a quick perspective. Definitely a good perspective if you want drone footage. You can see what it'll look like from above. But let's do street view. So I'm gonna drag the little guy onto Main Street. Bloop. Already I can see what this place is looking like. Thank goodness for Google Maps, right? Street view is super high def. Look at this building. Super old, broken down looking, really cool spot. Google Street View is honestly one of the things that I use most to location scout, especially when I already have a place in mind, but I want to learn a little bit more about it. The great thing about this is I could see, okay, this is a really cool street, but where can I film that I'm not going to be battling with street noise? So like right here, I could see there's a little alleyway back here. Maybe we can go back in there. Now let's look at Google Earth, which actually gives you a whole nother perspective. What I want to know is how is this going to look at certain times of day? So in Google Earth, you want to click on this little sun icon in the top. Then you can drag the slider along to see what it's going to look like at different times of day. And this is actually for what it's going to look like today, but you can change it to any date. So if your shoot is in a few days or a couple months or whatever, you can actually adjust the date to see how the sun is going to be. First of all, I want to know when sunrise is at. So I'm just dragging the slider along. And boom, right in there, I can see about 7 a.m. it starts peeking up behind the mountain. So if you want to film like a time lapse or something, you know you need to be there before 7 a.m. to get set up for that. And then you can frame your image and everything like that perfectly by using this tool. So now I want to know when sunset is. So I'm going to drag this slider along slowly and I can see, look at that, golden hour start around 4 o'clock. And I can see it's going to last probably till about 5. And now it's starting to get dark by 6 o'clock. Pitch black. You can actually measure the distance between 2 points on Google Earth, and maybe you need to know how many feet or miles apart two things are. So for me, I use this for when I'm going to launch the drone, and sometimes I need to know, hey, can I get up close on this scene or object if I am standing over here and launching it from here? Because there are limitations on how far your drone can go and really how far away you want to be from something. So that's a great tool for that. Now let's jump into the third way I'm going to show you of location scouting, and it's actually just by looking at videos on YouTube. So I want to see, hey, have other people been to Superior, Arizona, and have they made videos there? So check it out. We can see that this guy actually already has some video footage from downtown. So I can get an idea of, hey, this is what it looks like on the floor, walking around. He's panning all over the place. So this is actually a great resource I could see of what it looks like there and how a camera captures it. So this is super cool, showing us cool little scenes. Like look at that bench, that could be a nice scene for a dialogue or something. Definitely look up the locations on YouTube that you want to film at. And I find more than not that there are people with videos on there, some of them crappy, some of them pretty good, drone footage a lot of times. Okay, so let's jump into our final location scouting tool that you can do from your computer, and that's simply by going to Google Images. Sometimes you can find really cool photos because photographers will put up really cool images that they've found in locations, and you'll be like, hey, I want to film there, not just take photos. Because a lot of times you can find those cool nooks and crannies of places that you never would have thought of before. It may seem basic, but using Google Images is a fantastic way to location scout. So let's say that you really want to see the location before you start filming there. You could definitely hop in your car and drive down there and check out all the things that you saw. We went down to Superior and spent the day driving around, getting some test footage and stuff like that. I'm also going to link up in the card the short film that we filmed in Superior, so definitely check that out and subscribe right now. I have tons more videos on filmmaking, video editing, everything like that coming up. All right, guys, that's it for today.